we're out here on the south end of the Fond du Lac, right out of Lake Street. And you can see the ice is pretty good down here. We're getting a little bit of vehicle traffic. Ice conditions are probably in the 14 to 16 inch range in most areas out here. Although the activity is pretty slim right now for getting ready for sturgeon spearing, but the ice seems to be fairly decent down here in the Fond du Lac area. Alright, we're out here by the Friendship Fishing Club area. It's maintained just north of Blanks in North Fond du Lac off a Cemetery Road. And we do have a tree line here, and you also can see a plowed road going out for at least a couple miles. Ice depth here is 19 inches. This area is primed and ready for sturgeon spearing. Lots of activities, a nice tree line, good roads, everything you need to be successful. Water clarity, when I just looked at it, pretty darn good. Almost 18 to 19 inches of ice here in the two spots I drilled. We're in good shape here. All right, we're out here at Wentz, and Scott Klein is going to give us a quick overview of the ice conditions and water conditions here on the south central shore.
West Shore Fishing Club has put two roads out, one to the east, 3 miles, hooked up with Fisherman's Road. Average ice conditions are about 17 inches. We have one bridge that way. We took a road north yesterday. We have 2 bridges hooked up to pipe. That went out 4 miles. Average ice there was about 18. Not a lot of snow, not too drifted. We haven't plowed anything. We try not to plow until we have to. Otherwise the roads do go to heck. Water clarity is dirtier than what people are getting told. Down south of the Fraction Island, it is dirtier than what is expected. The best water we found has been up towards Pipe, off of Long Point. Out in front of the mouth of the river by Oshkosh is dirty. Way north of Garlic Island is probably the best water we've seen. But we've got a week and a half or so here to go, so we'll see what happens.
So tell me about some of the services you offer for ice fishermen coming out of Wentz.
We do rentals here for sturgeon spearing. They usually book up by the middle of December. We also do Jiffy ice sharpenings, Jiffy repairs on the larger ice augers. We do sales for the Jiffy augers also, and accessories.
All right, thanks, Scott.
Yep.
Okay, I'm here at Marriage Street. This is one of the main access points for Lake Winnebago. I'll tell you today, there's a fishery going on, there's lots of activity, there's some decent ice out here. But I'll tell you, most people are attacking the ice with ATVs and snowmobiles to get out there. There is some danger, there is some risk. We have shifting ice, we have some cracks that are opening and closing. So most people are opting not to take the vehicles out, but taking the four-wheel devices and the snowmobiles to get out on the ice and be safe. Ice depths I've heard range from 12 to 20 inches out in this area. Lots of activity. There's some fish being caught, and there's actually the Otter Street fishery is going on today also. So we'll get you some photos from there. But looks pretty good out here at Merritt Street, but you got to proceed with some extreme caution. Okay, here's our report from Waverly Beach. We're up here on the North Shore, just outside of Neenah, and we're looking at the ice. The ice looks pretty decent here. Although there is a major shove right behind me that you have to get through to get out there. There are some vehicles off to the right of me, and I don't know if you can see that in this shot or not. So there are vehicles out here. I'm just not real familiar with the ice out here. I'm not willing to risk making a run out there on ice I'm not familiar with. So I'm not going to give you a great report here. I will tell you that there are vehicles accessing the ice. There is activity out here, but we're going to leave it at that. All right, we arrived up in Stockbridge, and we're at Rip and Lips Bait Shop, and we're here with Bill. And Bill's going to give us a little bit of an overview of the Stockbridge area, the ice conditions, and water clarity.
All right, so far the water clarity has been right about 13 feet or so up in the Stockbridge area. Brothertown, Quinny, and Stockbridge seem to have about the same water clarity. I've been hearing down south farther it's been getting a little dirtier. North up to High Cliff has about the same 13, 14 feet of water clarity. The ice thickness has been good. The Stockbridge Harbor has been closed for about 4 days, but it's been since reopened, and guys are kind of dragging out their shacks right now, getting everything set up for the weekend, next weekend for the opener. We have anywhere between 17 to 21 inches of ice, and the launch has been plowed. Tree line is out 6 miles, and we're all ready to go.
So tell me a little bit about some of the sturgeon spearing items that you have here available.
Well, we have a good array, a good assortment of sturgeon decoys. We have 5 different carvers that carve decoys for us. We also have a good selection of spears, as you can see, gaff hooks, and lots of other little odds and ends that you might need for a successful day of fishing, sturgeon fishing on the lake.
So if you need any of your sturgeon supplies, make sure you stop here in Stockbridge at Rippin' Lips, and Bill will take good care of you.
All right, good luck to everybody.
All right, we're about a mile offshore here in Pipe, Wisconsin, just off the Jim and Linda's area. The first bridge is just off to my right. We just did a ice drilling and found 21 inches of solid ice. This area has good roads, a lot of vehicle traffic. Everything's looking primed for sturgeon spearing here. Of course, ice is never 100% safe, so you always want to take it easy. But this area is in great shape. There's also a solid walleye bite to the north of me. And if you look for the little shanty towns up to the north between here and Quinny, they've been yanking some nice sized walleyes out and a lot of little guys. So that's your recap of around the lake. Stay tuned to myfishingpartner.com for additional videos related to sturgeon spearing and other fishing related activities. Thanks.